having shown some of the most extraordinary homes in South Africa, Cape Town, Joburg, and fortunately today, Polokwane, we have a lot of young audiences, right?
Yeah.
And some of them studying, some of them beginning their careers, some of them entrepreneurs. And one of the most asked questions on our channel is, what do these people even do for a living?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So just passing on that question to you, who are you and what do you do for a living?
Yeah. Okay, so my name is Zeus Mabo.
Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Svia. What we do on this channel is that we explore and showcase some of the most beautiful homes in and around South Africa. As you guys can see behind me, this is one of the best homes we've seen on this channel. We're so honored and grateful to be sharing this beautiful home with you guys. It's the first time that we're this far north in South Africa. Today we're in Limpopo, Polokwane, which is the northern tip of South Africa, showing you guys this beautifully architecturally designed home. Before we get into it though, massive thanks to the owner for giving us this amazing opportunity to share his design and his touch with you guys. This home is not for sale, but we'd just like to showcase this home with you guys to get inspired, to dream. This is something that we've always wanted to do, and this is the reason why we started this channel, so we can dream, so we can dare to dream. So if you're ready for this one, I know I am. And if you are a buyer or a seller looking to purchase their dream home or looking to put their home onto the market, make sure to reach out. LP Realty will be more than happy to help you out. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited for this one, and let's drop in.
I actually own an accounting IT company. And to answer the question, I think it's not really what you do that makes you successful. It's the gaps you find in what you do that make you successful. You know, there's people who are doing what I am doing who don't necessarily do well at it. There's people who are in trucking who don't necessarily become as big as the big truck owners. But I also believe that the element of knowing that wealth comes from God, when you put God into what you do, you know, God makes it successful. I'm just grateful that I can think I've done well.
Right, so starting the tour in the external facade, I'd just like to welcome everyone to this beautiful home. Today, as I've mentioned in the introduction, we're in Limpopo, Polokwane, and I am so excited to be showcasing this beautiful home because everything about this home is well considered, tastefully designed, and everything is just about, not just about aesthetics, but it's also about functionality. When functionality meets aesthetics, it just creates what we have behind us. So starting with the external facade, as you can see, architectural details in abundance. Maybe let's go from the right side or my left side to the left left side. So looking at this external facade, firstly, if you come close here, you'll see that you have this beautiful aluminium black cladding throughout the entire facade, which gives this home so much presence. And in terms of the lines, you'll see there's a lot of dynamic lines throughout. It is softened up by some of the light pendants, but majority of the time the lights dominate the space, giving this entire house such a dramatic look. And as we can see here, we left this garage open on purpose because typically in homes, what you have in the garage is that dark corner where you store all your boxes. But here, it was very intentional to create a showpiece for all the owners' vehicles. And what we have in front of us is quite special. Neo, I think, so what you guys don't know about Neo, he's a car fanatic. Will be chilling in a restaurant in Cape Town, and he'll hear a car from maybe 2 kilometers away, and he'll be able to tell me. I always think he's lying, but he'll always be able to name the car. So now I think maybe talk us through what we have in front of us, because you'll do a better job than I could ever.
Yeah, so right in front of you, we'll just begin with the big hitter there. That is the R8 V10 Performance, right? So this one, as I said, has a V10 engine, 5.2 liters, and it actually is the same power plant that you find in the Lamborghini Huracan.
Really?
Yeah, so very powerful. And then right next to it is the baby R8, is what I like to call it, because the 2.5 liter engine in there is basically half the engine size that you get in there, which is why it sounds almost like the R8, but a baby R8. So the RS3, something I've always loved, and it looks awesome here in Sepang blue.
I won't even dare to ask you which one to choose, because I think this one is a little bit of a mismatch, but that's how it will be more interesting. So as we come further this side, the paving and the landscaping here is beautiful. As you guys can see here, a cool detail which we've seen. One thing that we're always doing is learning, and the host, the owner of this home, was so gracious enough to walk us through the home, describing all the details. We'll show you guys some of the pictures of the before and afterwards of what it looked like and what it is here. I couldn't believe some of the pictures I was seeing, but he was gracious enough to share some of the architectural details, some of the functionality details. As you can see here, there are no open or overt sprinklers. What you have here is pipes running throughout these channels underground, which are perforated on the sort of the perimeter of all the pipes, which allow that irrigation to permeate throughout the grass, giving you a healthy lawn. As you can see, it's beautiful. We'll use the main entrance as we progress, but just before we touch on there, I'd just like to bring you guys close here. And speaking about detail and everything just being well thought out, I'd just like to point you guys here, because there was a moment in my life where I was very, very obsessed over bonsai trees, and here we have these beautiful trees here. These are just a sign of history, a sign of culture. This home did have a massive inspiration from the Asian architectural interior design limelight. So we have, I'll point them out throughout the tour. So here we have bonsai trees, which are, they still have their labels on them, which is quite cool, just to signify the age. This one is a 1983. This one's a 1981, which also has implications on the market value of this plant. So this one is 13.5 thousand, and that one 8.5 or 9.5 rather. It's just these cool details that make up this entire home and shows that this home is well thought out in terms of all the pieces. Then showing you guys here a continuation of this black aluminium cladding, giving this home such beautiful structure. And you'll see double volume in front of us. Beautiful framing, this entryway creating a dramatical entrance. And then in terms of the natural tones, or the natural materials, you'll see a continuation of it, which I'll also point out. Outside we have something special, and we also have two very special cars. We arrived here last night or yesterday shooting some of the B-roll shots, and we were having a little bit of argument of which one I would choose or which one Neo would choose. You guys in the comments let us know, but Neo, let us know what we have in front of us here.
Okay, so the blue Audi we just went past now is the Audi S5, 2.9 liter, also a very amazing car. Childhood dream car as well.
Yeah.
But between these two, I mean, I think everyone in South Africa should be able to resonate with this,
100%.
Since this is Mzansi special, with two 325s here, one 4-door, one 2-door, and one in the very beautiful painted bonnet and painted bumper spec. I think that's the one that I'd go for.
This one?
Yeah, 2.7 liter, flat 6 on both. I mean, it sounds amazing. We heard it when they came here last night. And yeah, mint condition.
Yeah, these are, as Noah said, this is This is heritage, this is culture, this is Mzansi. Growing up in South Africa, you know these cars, so it's quite beautiful to see them in this contemporary modern space, quite fitting and ironic at the same time. We have these beautiful sliding or garage doors that seamlessly close off. It also has this black tint which mixes well with this black aluminium cladding throughout. So then taking everyone finally into the entryway. It's slightly elevated from ground level. To my left, another bonsai tree, beautiful stone cladding giving you that natural feeling, and then as you enter and seamlessly transition into the internal space, we have electric door here. So one thing about this home, everything is automated, from the lights to the curtains to the shutters, doors, everything is automated. I think for convenience sake, it is perfect. To my left, beautiful console, and then we have a statue here or a figure here. In line with the Asian influence in terms of the interior design, we have a lot of figures and statues and different types of ornaments around, which you'll see. I love this one, creates such a beautiful entryway. Beautiful figure. I think it finishes off this beautiful space very well and taking everyone into the first bedroom. So this is the entryway to the garage that we had on the left side, seamless entrance into the interior space, and as we enter into the first bedroom, you're greeted by this open shelves, LED lighting. You'll see this home is a tutorial, a practical of how lighting should be used, ambient lighting as well as LED lighting. As you enter here, this is the guest bedroom, and as far as guest bedrooms go, no, this is not bad.
This is amazing. I mean, this continued feel of the wooden panels and having no artwork on these walls just creates a feeling of zen. It really is a relaxing Japanese style home.
Nicely picked out. That was one of the things that the owner pointed out, that there's no artworks or paintings on the walls, which is quite unique, especially in the homes that we've toured. But as you can see, the finishes just finish off the wall so well. Beautiful wall cladding there, warming up the space. And as we enter the bathroom, we have this large glass separating, giving this room a partition to the bathroom. And as you can see, stunning high level finishes. We have a contrasting black tile here, black accents, and you'll see the touch points of all the sandware throughout the bathrooms were also very intentional. In the showers, we have a lighter piece, lighter handle in terms of the sandware, whereas in the basins, this is more of your more handy, harder one lever to pull on. It was very intentional just to separate that. As you can see, floating vanity. One thing that you guys will find cool, all the cabinetry work in this home, I mean, all of them are soft close, which is just 10 out of 10. Beautiful marble finish with the countertop, and then throughout we'll have these very cool industrial tile rails throughout. Coming back towards you guys and back to the landing and just show you guys the study. But as for this room, you do have a balcony space where you can chill out, have your morning coffee. And one thing that you guys have often commented on the different homes is how the close proximity with the neighbors, but I'll show you how they thought about that and how they were able to sort of fight against that in a bit. I'll show you that in the main space. But joining me back at the landing, adjacent to that, we have the study. This is a special study in terms of the finishes, the composition. When the owner was drawing up the plans, when he was in varsity rather, this was one of the main rooms which are still there on those plans. And the biggest thing that he wanted was to, while he's here in his study, while he's here crunching up the numbers, while he's here doing the hard work, to have a view of the cars outside, keep on fueling that inspiration when things are getting tough. We have a beautiful setup here, couch, outdoor. We have just following me this side. We normally don't show this side on homes because this is more of the back end stuff. Not really neat, not really camera friendly, but here in this home, the curve appeal is beautiful. It's a continuation of the high quality materials that you find out here. Very neat, beautifully paved, and you'll normally get this.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised at how every single corner of this home is very clean and very neat. I mean, it really is satisfying my OCD. Like, storage spaces are used for storage, but all the livable space really is just for living and enjoying.
Spot on. Then coming back here, as you can see, large TV, beautiful cabinetry work either side with this clear glass because we want to see inside with this LED lighting, neat table, very large and then beautifully finished with this wallpaper on the adjacent wall. Back to the landing and further into the living space. There are many other places in South Africa which you've mentioned which have their clear attraction. Cape Town, its beaches, Johannesburg, the city of gold, and they have their distinct features. So for you, what about Polokwane made you build here instead of other places?
Definitely the culture. I mean, it's true, Polokwane doesn't have a center of attraction. I mean, people go to Rustenburg because of the mines. They go to Cape Town because of the sea and the landscaping. Wherever they go, but Polokwane is Polokwane because of the culture. And the mindset here is just different. I think we were laughing earlier about how many V classes you see when people drop off their kids at school. And people here have a mentality that I really love and a culture that I really love, which is very homely. Very beautiful place to raise your kids, beautiful schools. And I feel like the culture breeds my vision of raising a family.
Back to the landing and further into the living space. Looking at the floor finish, we have these large, beautifully white polished floor tiles which give the space such a light feeling. And above us, I didn't point out, we have this beautiful chandelier giving this double volume such a dramatic and stylish look to it. But I love the contrasting materials that we have here. We have glass, we have stone, we have concrete, we have steel. It's just a concoction of materials which always gives such a balanced interior space. As I've mentioned, we have this exposed pure concrete finish here, which we always love, giving you that off-shutter effect in the internal space. And as we enter the living space, open plan, each area just flows onto the next. The organization of the interior space is just so beautiful, so open, gives you such a slight unobtrusive breeze throughout the house, from the front yard or the backyard rather, all the way to the entryway. Then starting the tour of this main space with this space here. Underneath the stairs, good use of space, we have the wine storage unit here. Glass allowing us to see the display, the marble finish, as well as the open shelving, and on the underside of it we have these LED strips giving you a glamorous look to the entire display. The underside of the staircase was left unfinished on purpose just to give you that rugged and textured look, which as you can see now, this entire piece coming together, it's a beautiful finish. Then starting to my right side with the kitchen, but before we get there, just looking up above us, as I mentioned in the beginning, this home is just a special home in terms of the lighting. We have these LED lightings around the entire ceiling, just infilled in some of the key areas, and this light above it actually mimics this table, which is so beautiful, the thoughts behind that. And with this table, it's not the most luxurious or the most over-the-top table, but I think it fits the space so well. It doesn't draw your attention, it doesn't steal the attention from the things that need that attention. Taking everyone here. Now, how do we even describe this?
I mean, this is just a stunning kitchen island. If we remember a couple episodes ago, probably in 2022, when we did Durbanville, that one had the opposite color of this, where it was a stark white, very beautiful stone kitchen. And this is the black version of that. It's very neat, very beautiful, and very bold without being over the top.
It's like a dark mode of that Durbanville kitchen.
Exactly.
In front of us, very cool accessories here. Siemens appliances throughout. We have a gas oven or gas stove rather, and then to my left we have Siemens integrated oven and microwave. A cool detail here which I wanted to show you guys a bit earlier is this pop-up extractor. We've seen pop-up extractors, but nothing quite as cool as this. It is made out of glass, allowing it visually not to occupy space, which I think is quite smart in terms of the technology used. So just closing it off, and it is, when it is switched off, it's beautifully concealed. The material and the color finish allows it to seamlessly fit with this marble topping as well. So just giving it that final push to close off. But look at this large island piece. A thing that we love here, we have a waterfall edge as well as a mitered finish here, which, as we've mentioned on the channel, always gives you a hint of the intention and just the attention to detail that the developer, the designer, the architect, whoever was involved, it gives you a hint of their intention and their concentration to detail. And as we look here, just this infill detail here, we have this black cladding throughout this entire front piece. And then we have this beautiful architectural detail here just to close off this space. As you'll see above there, these 3 suspended light pendants giving you that ambient light and just a warmer light tone to the kitchen. And as well, something that we always mention is that the kitchen is open plan, allowing you to interact with your guests, family, friends when they are outside or in and about the home. To my left, we have this floating console which ties in both the islands together. Left side pantry, beautiful detail that we have here. We have this slightly tinted glass allowing you to have view of the coffee station, open shelving, LED lighting throughout, where we have a beautiful detail here. It's just that you can easily transition between the functionality and opening up this section. If you want to use this section, maybe this is the section where you have a small-ish bar, and then this section is maybe your coffee station, and then if you want to access this station, the toast, your flutes here, storage, quite smart and giving you a seamless look. Following me this side, we have a few surprises for you guys. In this cupboard here, beautifully concealed, we have the freezer. And a cool detail which I learned and something I didn't think about is that the freezer is this side. The main fridge is this side, beautifully concealed. The main fridge is this side, and then the drinks fridge is stored here. So the thing that I didn't think about, or the thing that I learned, or small thing rather, is that the freezer is located that side because when your guests are here, you don't want to open up your freezer and your guests are seeing your meat storages from the previous month, your scuffed-ins, your Tupperware. You don't want that on display, so rather having it here in the back of office. Speaking about the back of office, we have this entire setup here just for the staff to be preparing the food, washing the dishes, beautiful finish to the cabinetry work behind me, as well as the countertop, a continuation of that marble look to the countertop. Beautiful matte finish throughout the accessories, and then behind me subway tile, and you will have seen just how the detail here, how straight these tiles are. They are stacked on top of each other, but the alignment is perfect. No imperfections here, and just the color just finishes off this luxurious space beautifully. And it surprises me that this is the back of office kitchen just due to how glamorous and beautiful it is. Back to the landing and down to the informal lounge. As you can see, cozy space here, couch wrapping around this entire corner, adjacent walls contrasting, large window giving you natural lighting into the space. Beautiful coffee table, has that concrete-like color finish, mixing well with all the tones here, as well as these 2 sofas in front of you guys. And here we have this beautiful setup here. They're still finishing this off, but this will be a gas fireplace just to finish off the cozy room. Marble finish, open shelving. Again, a continuation of this cladding, these vertical members, large TV and a sound bar just to cap off the entire entertainment space. Again, we have this large sculpture. I'm not sure in terms of the outside light whether you guys can see that these bulbs are lit, but this, as well as an art piece and a statue, it also is functional in terms of the light pendants that it is holding. This flows out seamlessly into the outdoor space, floor to ceiling sliding doors giving you natural lighting into the interior space and giving you a visual of the outdoor area, which we'll finish the tour of. Natural stone cladding. Again here they are gonna finish it off with the 2-sided fireplace to heat up the space, and the lounge setup that side. It is getting to winter time, so this will become very necessary and handy. Joining me this side, Neo, what's the first thing that your eye is drawn to?
I mean, that tree commands as much attention as anything that you'd want for a showroom piece like this.
It's not the first time we've seen something like this.
Yeah, it's not the first time, and it actually resembles a marble house tree that we found all the way in Johannesburg and Bryanston. And I think it's very fitting here to have this, as that house also was a Japandi style design to it.
And if you guys haven't watched that video, we will link it up there, so make sure to click there after you're done with this video and go watch that one, because it's another phenomenal home. As we enter the space here, I love this irregularly shaped coffee table, giving this space more of an organic feel to it amongst all these sharp and dynamic lines. In front of us, as you guys can see, we have a large TV which is set up on a pivot which you can easily turn and rotate towards the entertainment area. So if you are sunbathing out there and you're hearing the cricket score and you're hearing people shout, you can scream outside, let someone know, then they can easily rotate the screen towards you outside. I love the setup here, beautiful marble finish, again LED lighting with down lighting, and then we have this large window panels in front of us, or glass panels in front of us, giving you natural lighting into the interior space. You are seeing the neighbors in front of us there, but one thing that the owner and design team, this home with the owner was designed by SBE Architects. Suzette and the team are just an amazing team, which in terms of their projects, you can go look them up. They are just phenomenal. But one thing that they did design and try to do here, because you do have neighbors either side, is that to project the entertainment space this side, but because you are facing the neighbors, you're not facing the primary space of the neighbors. You'll see this is the back side of the neighbors as well as that side. That's the back side of the neighbors. So you actually never have direct view with the neighbors. So neighbors being this close is not a problem, and that's something that they really thought about. Touching on the space, outdoor lounging area, we have lounges in front of us, and then we have this opening above us here, creating this atrium area. I guess it is to give this space some sunlight when you are bathing in this entire space. I really love this floor finish here. We have this hard plastered finish juxtaposing with this glamorous marble finish throughout. In front of us we have this beautiful pool area. Large columns here. I actually saw the before pictures of this and the afters of what it turned out to be. It's just beautiful. These three columns giving more of an industrial look, but adding on to that architectural feature to this entire facade. I'm sure you guys can see above us, you can start to see more of the architectural details of this home. To my left, we'll show you B-rolls. We have a boma, which was an afterthought in terms of the position. It was supposed to be that side of this home or backyard, but when you are standing there or seated down, then you have a look of the entire home's facade. It's magical, it's inspirational. You get a sense of this entire architectural home in one space and in one moment. Walking further this side, this entire pool area is hedged off with this black tile. Finishing off the space, it is well paved off in terms of the landscaping, and my eye, as I'm walking, my eye is always drawn to the top just due to this architectural details. You'll see LED verticals and horizontals at night. Stick around to the end of the tour. We'll show you guys a night scene of what this home looks like at night. Finishing off this floor with this outdoor terrace area. To my left, gas braai with this beautiful backsplash marble. It's incredible, the devotion and the continuation of all the high quality materials in all the spaces. Nothing was left to chance. And then just finishing everything off, we have this outdoor terrace area for you to gather with family and friends. So in terms of the entire home, what are your favorite spaces, and why are those specific spaces your favorite?
So the office, it's a constant reminder of the exact dream. You know, when I drew my floor plan, one of the things I always wanted was an office that looked through my dream garage. And both those cars were my dream cars when I was in varsity. So that's the first one and the most important one. I think the second one is the stone bath in the main bedroom. Just to have an outdoor place to soak after my soccer games. That's what I always wanted. And of course, the formal lounge, what is formerly called the formal lounge, but the space is just, it's a dynamic space. I love the tree that overhangs the couch. On your left, you have the pool looking on the other side, and just the breeze that comes there when I'm sitting there is a constant reminder that, you know, this is a dream come true.
Arriving at the landing on this floor, as you guys can look behind me, a couple of details I want to point out. Firstly, you can see from this area, I think it's a perfect position to look at this double volume ceiling, glass panels giving you natural lighting as well as a view outside. At the moment, the view is not as glamorous, but the owner is planning to further this build into the next or the opposite stand. What he's planning to do is have sort of a man cave like facility that side, to also have a place where he can park more of his cars, which should be beautiful. I'm sure when it is done, we'll come here for a part 2.
Wouldn't mind coming back again to PLK.
And then, as you can see, in terms of the details tying into each other, we have this beautiful circular light pendants. And if we remember back to the kitchen, this ties in well with those suspended 3 kitchen light pendants. Then joining me in this first bedroom, this home is 4 bedrooms upstairs, 1 bedroom is downstairs, the guest bedroom. But as you can see, the kids' bedroom here, there's no deviation and let off in terms of the high quality finishes that are used throughout. You'll see a continuation and an adoption of Eurotrend light pendants throughout. They're quite glamorous, they have the slight tint around them, and they're quite artistic when you look at them. Above us, the ceiling, slight bulkhead throughout this entire room, down lighting, and a beautiful detail here, which shows, again, I know I keep on repeating myself, it shows the attention to detail where they have the aircon is concealed in these beautiful louvers, finished off with this matte black finish, which ties in well with all the black accents throughout. It's not your typical AC units, which stands out like a sore thumb in some of the units and spaces that we've seen. Beautiful bamboo cladding throughout, and as we enter this bathroom, floating vanity here, wall mounted tab mixer, and then to my left, again with these beautiful industrial like towel rails. And I'm not sure if the camera can see this, but this is not a regular size tub. This is sort of a mini tub. In terms of space, there were complications in terms of how they're going to fit everything into here, and they were able to source and find a mini tub. Because this is the kids' room, this is perfect, which allows this entire console to stand by itself with not having anything just in close proximity to it. As you look above us, this room is drenched in natural lighting due to these large window panels hedging this entire room. And heading back towards you guys, to my right, we have an outdoor balcony with artificial grass, which will explain the technology or the technique that they use to preserve that see-through balustrades throughout, but we'll explain that in the main bedroom. Then coming towards you guys in front of us, main pajama lounge, again a continuation and the tying in of details. We have this circular irregularly shaped coffee table, round U-shaped sofa framing the space so well, creating such a warm and cozy vibe. In front of us, continuation of these vertical cladding members, large TV, floating cabinetry work here, and a beautiful detail here. It's finished off with this stone of wealth, a wealth stone wallpaper, finished off with this entire wall. This side we have 2 bedrooms, the first one and the second one. To my left, cabinetry work with all the linen closets. And the beautiful detail that I love is that all the panels are matte finish, but they are seamless with no handles. They have the slight adjacent steel member just to provide that lever to open. As you walk in, you're greeted by a gracious amount of natural lighting. To my left, we have cabinetry work, again a continuation of this seamless panels with this member here allowing you to have this lever to pull on, open shelving with LED lighting creating a glamorous look there. You can see the size of this room is very generous, as you have a sitting space To my left, in front of us, main bedroom area, Euro lighting pendants, finished off the headboard side or the adjacent wall to the black ones is finished off with this warm wooden members or cladding. As we enter the bathroom, it flows seamlessly and you have this large bathroom area, rather large tub and window in front of us. Natural lighting, as you can see, it's in abundance. Floating vanity finished off with this marble look here, wall mounted tab mixer. As we've seen, cool detail here that we have here is a LED backlit mirror which you can switch off and on, and gives you that glamorous look when you wake up in the morning, just to have that in front of you. Behind you guys, we have a walk-in shower, the black accents tying in all the touch points together. Outside here we have balcony space with a front view of the home, and at night from this position you can walk out into this area in front of us, but at night you can see the entire city from here. The lights, it's just so magical, and the owner was telling us that they spent New Year's here, and from this position you were able to see all the fireworks and all the homes which were well lit. I didn't mention this, but this estate is called Eagle Crest Estate, which is located in Limpopo, as I've mentioned, but we've been pleasantly surprised of what we've seen here, the level of the homes, the details. There's some homes that we've picked out that we want to get a chance to hopefully share with you guys in the future. Entering the second bedroom, we immediately led to the bathroom. Again, high quality finishes. I love this black tile wrapping around this entire bathroom, gives it such a moody feeling. Again, we have these lighter sandware handles that you can easily handle. Neat outlet in front of us, and we have this very large rainwater shower head. Framing here allows you to see this shower in such a picturesque view. This can even be like a picture on its own. Floating vanity basin, and then again with this backlit mirror in front of you. To my left, as we flow into this main bedroom area, we're greeted by these beautiful light pendants. Either side, we have these floating side tables, and I like to point out this cool detail here. We have this plug point here, just to the owner on his travels, has experienced a lot of hotels and different accommodation options, and this is one of the details that he wanted to pick and choose and wanted to install in his own home, allowing that convenience, everything in one space, even the HDMI for the TV, which is out of this world. Large bedroom area, beautiful warm cladding throughout, and then this room here opens up to the poolside area, giving you these beautiful sun views. This sliding doors does open the entire way, but from here you get the view of this beautiful architectural detail that we have here. These are the vertical light LED lights that at night are just gorgeous to look at, but now even the top side of these beams are finished off with tiling. We've normally it's just finished off and left out because no one's ever going to see it, but here they finished off with tiling, which is just amazing. Heading back into the bedroom, and then one detail which I want to point out, and I'll show you what I'm going to tie it to, is this blue tone cabinetry work that we have here, which you'll see in a moment. Back to the landing and into the study. This home does have two studies. The owner's study is downstairs, and this one is the study that his wife uses. Quite different in terms of the color palette, slightly lighter, slightly more feminine. I love this touch of the seat here, bringing you a cozier, lighty feel to this area. Open shelves in front of us, but also this room here does have a balcony. All the rooms in this home do have access to an outdoor space, a balcony, a terrace of some sort. So back towards you guys, we have storage facilities to my right side. You can easily open it off. It's a roller door, so it allows that space to be easily concealed. And just lastly, I think this one, when Neo and myself started this channel, for us this was a dream. Firstly, I think you haven't yet told, this was the first time we heard your story in terms of the home that you went into initially, which inspired you. But for us, starting the channel was to replicate that.
Sure.
We wanted to go into these homes because we wanted to get into close proximity to the energy, the frequency, the people, the sense that we wanted to eventually achieve. So, in asking you this question, what would you have told your younger self today, the things that you know today, to help him out, and the younger people who might be in your position today? What advice would you have for them coming up and trying to pursue their dream lives?
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, dream bigger. You know, I've watched a lot of successful people talk about how they should have done more when they were older. And I think I'm starting to get a sense that you can actually have bigger dreams than you have now. And I think the foundation, you know, I said earlier, you know, when you have a God-like foundation, there's nothing that God can do. You know, as men, we are limited in many ways, but God gives us the upper hand, the supernatural power that enables us to do more. And I think third and more practical is surround yourself with people who do much better than you. I spend a lot of time with people much older than me. You know, they've walked the mile, and that helps me to see forth things before they become, you know, in front of me. So the more you spend time with people who are doing better than you, the more insights you get. The more you open up your mind to see how things work in a world outside your mind. And I think that's what I would advise any young person to do. If you find yourself spending too much time with your peers, you're in danger. You're in danger of competition. You're in danger of culture boundaries. You're in danger of not learning. And you always want to be with people who are doing much better than you.
Well, thank you for that. And that really, hopefully people will get a chance to hear that message. And if they don't, we'll selflessly take that message across and execute on those things that you've just said. So thank you so much for having us in your beautiful home. And yeah, your story was a huge inspiration and will be for us.
Yeah, I must say, just having you guys at my home was also a dream come true. Spent a lot of COVID time watching home videos, and that's when I actually discovered you guys. So to have you guys here, it's the dream come true. The house was not even here when I discovered you guys, so you can imagine.
Nice. Thank you, man. Back to this wing of the home. This is the main bedroom. The size of the main bedroom, the finishes, everything that we've spoken about on this video in terms of the finishes, the level of the quality, the textures, comes together beautifully in this entire space. This can be an apartment on itself. This can be a penthouse on itself. So coming towards you guys there, I'd just like to point out that this home, this entire home, if I haven't mentioned it, is automated. So everything can be controlled, and also the aircon can be controlled from your tablet throughout the entire home, which is quite convenient. Starting the tour of this bedroom on my left side, this is the walk-in closet. As you can see, hedging this entire space, you have this beautiful panel with this textured feeling and look to it, giving the space so much more dynamic look and so much more depth. In front of us, centerpiece island here with this marble finish, contrasting this lighter finish to this darker tone. Again, we have these black accents giving you that lever to pull on. LED lighting throughout some of these open shelves. And then to my left, to finish everything off, we have this makeup station, LED lighting giving us such a glamorous look, large window or mirror rather in front of us. Back towards you guys, and just in terms of storage, this is plenty of storage. And if the storage wasn't enough, down this passage we are met by another walk-in closet, and then a beautiful shoe illustration area with LED lighting and a tinted glass look. Quite beautiful, and a beautiful place to illustrate and showcase your shoe. Open plan leading us into this beautiful bathroom area. To my right, we have another area here which can be used as a makeup station. To my left, Novu standalone bathtub with matte black accessories adjacent to it. Floating vanity, dual basin. Again, this is not wall mounted, but you have these lighter feeling levers with the sunway, large mirror in front of us, which is backlit, open windows in front of us, giving this entire space such an airy, light feel. When you are in the bathroom and you are sort of okay with chilling and relaxing in the bathroom for a quiet period of time, you know that the balance in the space is quite good. This side we have the water closet, which we tested earlier on, is soft close.
Yeah, definitely.
The soft close, you had to. And then this side here we have the walk-in shower, large rainwater shower heads, light levers or handles in terms of sandway, beautiful tile finish throughout. It ties in the wall finish as well as the floor finish together. Neat outlet, almost invisible to the eye. And then this side we have the space here, which the owner wanted to have sort of a bench or sit down space here. While you are here, you're able to rest and chill and just relax. I love the fact that it's glass throughout because it creates such an invisible barrier between the spaces. It just creates such a holistic space which just flows from one area to another in terms of the visual look. Then as we come out here, this is such a special, this here is such a special moment here. You can just imagine this as just a moment where after a long day, fill up this concrete tub and then have a drink or two and just relax, enjoy the scenery. It is finished off with this vertical green wall, which again emphasizes that zen, calm and tranquility. Slight opening here, giving you natural lighting. And then we have this very cool figure here, which has a couple of two glasses here, which probably is not a coincidence now.
Yeah, it's probably just a great way to end the day, if you ask me.
Perfect way to end the day. And just talking about the artificial grass that we saw in the kids' bedroom, and just talking about the technique that they used to install it. So they used, when you are walking it feels quite soft and quite comfortable to walk on because they used 2 layers of artificial grass. And the reason why they use 2 layers is that after about 5 to 7 years, you'll need to replace this entire artificial grass. But if you have a layer between the top level and the rubber which is on the ground, it allows you to just replace the middle layer without having to replace the top layer, and keeps it very lush, keeps it very fresh over time, and is a very cost-effective way because that middle layer that you'll have to replace isn't as costly as this beautiful top layer that you can see in front of us. And as we flow from the bathroom out into the main bedroom area, large, generous in size. I really love this bed frame that we have around here. Very Pinterest, very architectural, and sits very well in this beautiful space. As you've seen around, these large white gloss finished tiles, either side of this bed, side tables, and then we have this beautiful finished marble look finished throughout this entire wall, juxtaposing and meeting or complementing these vertical bamboo black members. Either side of this, we have natural lighting due to these floor to ceiling windows by continuation of this cladding throughout. Just showing you and emphasizing the size that we're able to have this couch area here. Lastly, the last statue and figure that we'll see on this tour is this beautiful one holding this ring member, just finishing off everything perfectly. At night, this is such a beautiful scene to look at. And as we flow out into this balcony, floor to ceiling sliding doors. And another thing which I didn't point out is that throughout all the rooms we have this bulkhead slightly suspended from the main ceiling area, which allows you to beautifully conceal these curtain rails. Smart thing, but well thought out. In front of us, see-through balustrades, frameless as well. And I'm not sure if you can pan up now, but here is the LED lighting that we spoke about down when we were at the pool area. But at night, I'm sure you guys stick around, we'll show you guys this place at night. It comes alive. And as we flow further into this balcony space, just looking at the finishes, glass, steel, marble, warm wooden tones, just bringing everything together and just closing off this episode. When we started this channel, these were some of the opportunities that we wanted to seek out to bring you guys certain experiences, certain homes to inspire you guys. And thank you so much to the owner for giving us the opportunity to really share his story and to share his home with you guys. As I've mentioned, it's not for sale, but we wanted to share this architectural masterpiece with you guys, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. And before we get out of here, massive thanks to the owner for giving us this opportunity. We are massively grateful, and hopefully in the near future we will be back. But if you are an owner of a property looking to place it onto the market, or you are a buyer looking to purchase your dream home, make sure to go down to the description, go to LP Realty. I'll also leave my email address down there so you can contact us directly. From myself and Nell, we had so much fun, and until next time, see you soon.